Okay, so let me tell you about my friend. Let's call her Maya. Maya has a good job. She pays her rent on time. She is not out here buying designer bags every weekend or booking first-class flights. She is not doing anything crazy with her money. By all accounts, Maya is pretty responsible. But every single month, Maya looks at her bank account and feels like something is just off. Like the numbers do not add up. Like money is disappearing and she cannot figure out where it is going. So one day, Maya sits down, and I mean really sits down, and goes through every single transaction from the last 30 days. And what she finds is not one big problem. It is not one giant hole draining her account. It is 12 tiny ones, 12 small purchases that individually look completely harmless, but together they are quietly, consistently, silently eating her money every single month without her even noticing. And the crazy part? Every single one of us has our own version of Maya's list. Maybe not the exact same purchases, but the same pattern. Small, frequent, invisible, and expensive when you actually add it all up. So today, we are going through all 12 of them, and I want you to listen closely, because I promise you, at least 5 or 6 of these are going to hit very close to home. Let's get into it. Number 1. The daily coffee stop. Now, before you come for me, I am not here to tell you to stop drinking coffee. That is not what this is about. But let's just do the math together really quickly, because the numbers are genuinely eye-opening. Maya stops at a coffee shop every morning on her way to work. Just a latte, maybe a small pastry on the days she is feeling it. That's about $8 a day. $8 feels like nothing, right? It's just coffee. But $8 a day is $40 a week. $40 a week is $160 a month. $160 a month is $1,920 a year. Almost $2,000 a year on coffee that she could make at home for maybe 20 cents a cup. Now, again, I'm not saying never buy coffee. I'm saying be aware of what the daily habit is actually costing you over time, because when you see it as $8, it feels harmless. When you see it as $2,000 a year, it feels very different. Number 2, food delivery fees and tips. Maya loves her food delivery apps, and honestly, who can blame her? After a long day, the last thing anyone wants to do is cook. But here's what Maya did not realize she was actually paying every time she ordered. The food itself, then the delivery fee, then the service fee, then the small order fee sometimes, then the tip. What started as a $14 meal on the menu ends up being a $28 charge on her card by the time everything is added up. She's literally paying double for the same food she could have picked up herself or made at home. And she orders maybe 4 times a week. 4 times a week at an extra $14 in fees and tips each time is an extra $56 a week. That's not even going toward food. It's going toward convenience. That's $224 a month just in fees, not the food, the fees alone. Number 3, unused gym membership. You already know where this one is going. January 1st arrives and Maya, like millions of people, signs up for a gym membership, fully intending to go, absolutely meaning it this time. She goes 4 times in January, twice in February, 0 times in March, and then life happens and the gym becomes something she keeps meaning to go back to. But the $45 a month keeps coming out, month after month after month, like clockwork. March, April, May, June. She keeps telling herself she will cancel it, but she never gets around to it. That's $540 a year going to a gym that she has essentially donated to, a gym that is doing absolutely fine without her. Number 4, the streaming service stack. Maya has Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus, and she added HBO Max for that one show she wanted to watch. Oh, and Apple TV because it came free with her phone and then she forgot to cancel it when the free trial ended, and Spotify for music and YouTube Premium because the ads were driving her crazy. Each one individually is between $8 and $17 a month. Together, Maya is spending close to $90 a month on streaming services. $90 a month is $1,080 a year. And here's the wild part. She genuinely only actively watches 2 of them. The rest are just there, running quietly in the background, charging her quietly every month, doing their job perfectly. Number 5. Impulse buys at the checkout line. This one is so sneaky because it doesn't even feel like shopping. Maya goes to the grocery store for milk, eggs, and bread. That's it. 3 things. But by the time she gets to the checkout, there's a magazine on the rack that looks interesting, $6, a pack of gum, $2, a chocolate bar because she's hungry and it's right there, $3, a little lip balm, $4. That's $15 added to her bill without a single planned purchase. She doesn't even think of this as spending money. She thinks of it as grocery shopping. But that extra $15 at checkout happens almost every single time she goes to the store. If she goes to the store twice a week, that's $30 a week in unplanned checkout purchases, $120 a month, $1,440 a year on things she never went in for. Number 6. The vending machine and convenience store habit. Maya's office has a vending machine and there's a convenience store right downstairs in her building. And when it's 3 p.m. and her energy crashes, and it always crashes at 3 p.m., she heads downstairs. A bag of chips, a drink, maybe a candy bar. That's about $6 every time. It happens almost every workday. $6 a day times 5 days a week is $30 a week. $30 a week is $120 a month. $1,440 a year on vending machine snacks and convenience store runs. And none of it is ever satisfying enough to actually fix the 3 p.m. energy crash. It just costs money and delays it by about 20 minutes. Number 7. Paying for apps you downloaded and forgot about. This one is Maya's personal favorite to be embarrassed about. She was scrolling one day and saw an ad for a meditation app. Signed up for the free trial, used it 3 times. Forgot about it completely. That was 11 months ago. It has been charging her $12.99 every single month since then. She has paid $142.89 for an app she has not opened in almost a year. And that is just one app. She finds 2 more just like it when she actually looks. A recipe app, a language learning app she downloaded when she decided she was going to learn Spanish. Together, those 3 forgotten apps have taken over $300 from her account this year. Quietly, automatically, without a single reminder or notification that would have made her think twice. Number 8. Random online shopping, the small stuff. Maya is a browser. Not a big spender, she's not dropping hundreds at a time, but she browses. And when she sees something she likes for $14 or $22 or $18, she orders it. Because it is small. Because it's on sale, because shipping is free if she hits a certain amount, so she adds one more thing to qualify. These small online orders happen maybe 3 or 4 times a week, sometimes more. And because each one is small, she never registers it as real spending, but $15 here, $22 there, $18 somewhere else, 3 times a week, adds up to roughly $165 a month in small online purchases she barely remembers making by the time the packages arrive. Number 9. Buying lunch every single day. Now, Maya knows how to cook. She's actually a decent cook, but packing lunch requires remembering to pack lunch the night before or the morning of. And most mornings, Maya is rushing. So she ends up buying lunch at work or nearby almost every single day. A decent lunch near her office is about $13 to $15. Let's say $14 on average. 5 days a week is $70 a week on lunch, $280 a month, $3,360 a year on lunches. Meanwhile, a packed lunch from home costs maybe $3 to $4 to make. The same 5 days a week would cost her $75 instead of $280. That's a $205 difference every single month just from the decision to pack or not pack a lunch. Number 10. Late fees and overdraft charges. Maya is not irresponsible, but she's busy, and sometimes she forgets to pay a bill on time, or she forgets to check her balance before a payment comes out. A $35 overdraft fee here, a $25 late payment fee there, a $15 reconnection fee once when she forgot about the phone bill. These feel like one-off accidents, but when Maya looks at her statement, she has paid over $180 in avoidable fees over the past year, not because she couldn't afford the bills, because she forgot, because there was no system. And $180 is essentially $180 that she paid for absolutely nothing in return. Number 11. Buying things on sale that she didn't actually need. This one is Maya's sneakiest habit, and she'll fully admit it. She's a sale person. Show Maya a 40% off sign, and something in her brain just lights up. She bought a jacket she has never worn because it was 50% off. She bought 3 candles she didn't need because they were buy 2, get 1 free. She stocked up on things that were on sale even though she already had plenty at home. Here's the thing about sales that nobody talks about. A sale only saves you money if you were going to buy the thing anyway. If you buy something purely because it's discounted, you didn't save 40%. You spent 60%. You didn't save anything. You just spent less than you could have on something you didn't need. Maya spends roughly $80 to $100 a month on sale items she would never have bought at full price. That's not saving money. That's spending money with extra steps. Number 12. The roundup and the while I'm here purchase. The last one is the most innocent-looking one on the entire list. Maya is already somewhere. A store, a pharmacy, a petrol station, and while she's there, she picks up something extra, just because she's already there. It would be a waste of a trip not to. A drink while she's at the petrol station, a magazine while she's at the pharmacy, a snack while she's at the store for something else. Each one is small. Each one feels logical. Each one feels practically free because she was already there. But these little while I'm here purchases happen multiple times a week, every week, and at an average of $6 to $8 each time, happening 5 or 6 times a week, that's another $150 to $200 a month that never made it onto any budget, never felt like real spending, and yet consistently shows up draining the account. So, let's add Maya's list up. Are you ready for this? Daily coffee, $160. Food delivery fees, $224. Unused gym, $45. Streaming services, $90. Checkout impulse buys, $120. Vending machine habit, $120. Forgotten app subscriptions, $35. Random online shopping, $165. Buying lunch every day, $280. Late fees and overdraft charges, $15 on average. Sale items she didn't need, $90. The while I'm here purchases, $175. Are you ready for the total? That's $1,519 every single month. 12 tiny purchases that never felt like real spending. None of them felt big. None of them felt dramatic. None of them felt like a problem. But together, $1,519 every single month. $18,228 every single year. Let that number sit for a second. $18,228 a year. That's a down payment on a house. That's a fully funded emergency fund 3 times over. That's a significant investment account. That's a life-changing amount of money that Maya, and most of us, are spending without even realizing it. And here's the most important thing I want you to take away from Maya's story. Maya is not broke because she earns too little. Maya is not broke because life is too expensive. Maya is not broke because of bad luck or bad timing. Maya is losing $18,000 to 12 tiny purchases that she never paid attention to because they were small, because they were convenient, because nobody ever sat her down and added them up. You just did that right now. You just saw the full picture that most people never see. So here's what I want you to do. Not all 12. Pick 3. Just 3 from this list that you recognize in your own life. Write them down, figure out what they're costing you monthly, and then make one decision about each one. Not perfection, not deprivation, just one decision. Maybe you brew coffee at home 4 days a week and treat yourself on Fridays. Maybe you cancel 2 streaming services you barely watch. Maybe you start packing lunch 3 days a week instead of 5. Small adjustments, real money back in your account every single month. Because the goal is not to live like you have nothing. The goal is to stop letting tiny, invisible habits make that decision for you. I'm Zara, and we're just getting started.